I'm incredibly awkward when it comes to all of this technology. So I'm going to wish you all a happy Mother's Day. Um, I was supposed to be in Playa Shaman, and I'm not going to give you the backstory. And then I was going to go live with Facebook, and I just thought I hit a button, and here I am. And that's not the case. I have to do a whole setup and do all this stuff. So I'm just going to do a little video and just share with you guys what's come to be. I'm being guided to bring my work to the cyber technology, and I didn't realize that I had been praying for this for God. I remember saying when I lived on the ridge, I want to bring the mother tree into the boardroom. And I didn't know what that looked like. Wow, my hair's a mess. I just got in the shower. What I did is I wore my bathing suit and pretended I was in the shower. I pretended like I was in the ocean. So, deviating off of that, I'm not going to censor, I'm not going to cut video. I'm just going to say, I forgot where I was at. Let me just tell you this. A lot of things that I planned and wanted to be here to do today all kind of took a turn, but it's leading me back to this morning. And I woke up not with just the presence of my mother and my grandmother, but what was really present to me was my great-grandmother. And what was brought to me, and maybe that's why I'm supposed to just be in my home and just sharing with you that this whole pandemic that's happening right now, I was blown away when it all unraveled. And I know that my grandmother lost her mother in 1907. And then I realized it was the beginning of the great pandemic of the flu of the 20th century. I think that turned into the Spanish flu, and I don't know how many millions of people died. Yeah, my grandmother is a product of that. And then in 1947, she was a product of the pandemic of tuberculosis. Her oldest daughter and her second daughter were diagnosed and put in a hospital for 3 years, and she literally had to make an executive decision to divorce my grandfather to make sure that she would have the funds to take care of her daughters, because my grandfather was a fierce gambler. And so, to be transparent, it's 40-year cycle between 1907 and 1947 that came to me this morning. And my 40-year cycle, I was 18 and now I'm 58, of taking care of my grandmother and not leaving and joining the Air Force and getting my education and traveling the world. I was asked by my mother to take care of my grandmother, and that opened up a 17-year cycle of not just taking care of my grandmother, but taking care of my mother. And I finally left at 35 when my mother passed away. I actually had moved to San Francisco to finish my education. That led me here to Costa Rica, and I've been here for 17 years. And so I feel like I'm at this 40-year, 17-year cycle. Hi, Paco. Do you want to come up here and say hi to everybody? Come on up here. Come on. Oops. Come on, Paco. Venga. Venga. Come on, you can do it. Come, jump. Jump. Hi. Come over here. This is Paco. My beautiful Pacacito. So, anyways, he likes to sleep back there. So here I am. I'm just going through a whole lot of changes, and I wanted to launch on Zoom, this amazing platform for Market 13 and the Medicine Wheel. And I'm working with a branding specialist, and he's created a new identity for me on Instagram and helping me really get that out. He came to Florestraw right after I got my drum, which is right there. My drum, I got it on the 21st of December, and a lot has unraveled in many beautiful ways, but a lot of changes are needed for me to move forward. And I really am completely, I've been doing this work for 25 years, and to try to bring this publicly, internationally on a tech platform is really strange and uncomfortable. So I'm to the point where I went to Zoom, and I'm not Zoom capable at this moment. I'm not even Facebook Live capable, because when I turned on the machine, there's this whole setup, and I have to get my whole computer set up, and it says, camera permission denied. So I'm on my cell phone, and I'm looking at you, and Paco's holding, he's my wingman. And yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but Paco is often the name that's given to, it's a nickname for Francisco. So, so that's it. I told myself I would give 9 minutes on Facebook Live. I was going to do 40 minutes on Zoom, and here I am just videoing and going to send it to you, and it's probably going to take 20 minutes to download, because I'm finding out I have really bad service. And so I just want to be transparent with all of you, and I made a commitment I would be in Playa Shaman, and there were police, one after the other, with sirens. Nobody out on the road. The Costanet is right there. And trucks and toucans up in the trees and no cars. And I realized that I'm just supposed to be sitting in my humble home and just speaking to all of you around this work that I'm transitioning into doing. So I want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day, to all moms, not just the moms that have babies coming out of their bellies or their vaginas, but the moms that are nurturing what is not just out there in the world, but nurturing that child within. I want to celebrate moms. I really believe that Mother's Day should be the most important day of the year. I think Christmas tends to be a big holiday, and it celebrates one human being coming into the world. And I think there needs to be a time to celebrate all human beings that were gifted by the mother. So I'm leaving on 9/09, and I adore this beautiful world and all of you.